Hey you guys, Missy here. So I just kind of want to sit down for a minute and just kind of talk to everybody. I've been getting a little bit frustrated with a lot of things, and so I'm just gonna kind of put it out there. First of all, I might not be doing any more tutorials because I am actually really sick and tired of people always complaining about my lighting or something. I will say that there is no exact book or way to ever put on makeup. So unless if you're perfect, don't judge anybody else, because I'm pretty sure you're not perfect. And neither am I, by the way. So keep that one in mind for a reality check. And something else, my lighting, because people obviously have such a hissy fit about it. I have studio lighting in my room. My lights go out constantly because I have them on trying to film, pointing them all over here. And it gets extremely hot in my room. These are actually safe wattage lights. They are also UV lights, which are damaging to skin, by the way. So, that being also said, my ceiling in my room is about 7 to 10 feet. That's not very much. So, because I'm still also doing stuff and remodeling my room, I just finished organizing a lot of stuff and it took me forever. But about the whole lighting situation, I probably won't be doing any more makeup tutorials unless, 1, people quit complaining, 2, if you hate my lighting so much, why don't you go out and buy me a lighting system if you really, really honestly have an issue with my lighting. Because, let me tell ya, I am pretty tired of it. It doesn't matter if it's gonna be outdoor lighting, it's just, there you go. So if you have a problem with it, then, you know, I don't want to hear it anymore, and I'm just kind of, it makes me think that you guys really are not appreciative of what I give out. I'm not perfect, by all means, like I said before, but people do hold me to a higher standard than others. And when it actually shows that I'm just like everybody else and I can't afford certain things, you know, where's this money going to come from, you guys? I mean, like, I go to school. My only barely income is tips that I get, and then the tips that I do get, I either pay stuff off or I help to pay for things. I've actually not gotten anything for me in a while. And I actually got fortunate today, unfortunately it was today, that my mom was nice enough and she's like, you know what, let's go out, and she's like, let's give away some of your old stuff and let's get you something new because your old clothes are starting to get really raggedy. So I actually got to have a few new things. And some of it, half of it actually I'm paying for still. So that's something that everybody needs to keep in mind. So again, about the whole lighting thing, if I hear any more complaints about it, one more video that people complain about in my video about poor lighting, and or that I need to get a lighting system, or that I need to do something, or that I get so many dislikes, I'm not doing them anymore. I'm not going to put in the time and the effort to actually set things up in my room to make me in a tiny little corner sitting underneath hot lights to get 10 hours into, you know, editing, and still people, it's not good enough. So that being said, that's what I have to say about it. It's really quite annoying that I have to actually make a video saying about my lighting, but you know what, at least I've done some of the things that I've actually said I was going to do, and I've been working on those things. So tutorials and makeup and all this other stuff and lighting, they all go hand in hand. I've been doing better on certain things with my makeup tutorial videos. That still gets disliked. Why? Because of the fact that I have poor lighting. Well, it's either or. I mean, because I'm tired of people complaining about my poor lighting when I've got hot studio setting type lighting in my room. It's not anything fun to sit under, and it's hot and you get uncomfortable. And I have to deal with that every day because it's hot in these lights, which it is now. I'll even show you what it looks like right now. Here's what my studio lights looks like. Literally, this is what they look like. These are my studio lights. This is what they look like. That's not an exaggeration. These are actual high-powered UV lights. Right there. It says UV. UV lights. These are hot, extremely hot lights in my room that I am using. And people say that's not good enough. And that's ridiculous, to be honest. It's literally just a bar all the way down. So that's literally what my lights look like. That's exactly what I'm underneath. That is what is beating on me. And my lighting apparently is too poor. So that lighting set actually cost $275. And those light bulbs cost about 80 bucks. So just because I don't have actual studio lighting, and that's something that costs about, ranging literally, I wish I was exaggerating on this, but I'm not. It ranges from at least minimum $175 to maximum close to at least $5,000. And I've actually done my research. I know the ones that I've liked. I know the ones that I've wanted. But I don't know if I'll ever be able to afford those right now. So there you go. That is my rant. That is all I have to say. If you do not like my lighting, then, you know, frankly, that is a very, very, you know, unfortunate thing, because I can't afford to buy, like, the lighting that I want to. The studio lights that I want to. I can't afford it, you know. It's just not given to me. If I had that given to me, we probably wouldn't have this problem, and I would be already on my way making all these nice videos and putting up backgrounds, because I can at least afford some of the backgrounds, and I'm waiting for 3 of them to show up in the mail. So that tells you what's going on behind the scenes, and they only cost me $3. So it's $1 a piece for each background that I got. I've got a white one, a blue one, and then I think like a, it's not like a red, but it's like a pinkish, I don't know, it's like a, more like a rose color. Anyway, why I got them, because I thought they looked nice and they were extremely cheap. So there you go. That is my rant. Like I said, if you have an issue with my lighting, either buy, you know, if you really have a huge issue with it, I've said this to several people, if they actually really have an issue with it, they can go out and buy a $100, $300, $400 set. So that way I could create great videos, you know? And it's just like, sometimes the lighting isn't everything. I've even looked at it. The format that I even have on my camera is literally 1920, you know, and that's a high definition. All of my stuff is high definition. My SD card is HD, my camera is HD, my laptop is HD, everything is high definition that I put it in. It takes me about 10 hours, and that's just 5 hours to edit. I wish I was kidding, but I'm not. And then 2 to 3 hours sometimes just to export it, and then it takes 2 hours, sometimes even 3 or 4, for it to upload to YouTube. That's 10 hours. That's no exaggeration. You know, and people just don't seem to get it. So that is my huge frustration. If you have a problem with my lighting, either 1, be quiet, or 2, you can buy me a lighting system, because frankly, I'm tired of doing all this hard work and it's still not being good enough for certain people, because actually no, this is the most issue by at least 89% of people have been complaining about my lighting. So that's why I probably won't be doing tutorials till I have a new lighting system. So before I die from all of this coughing and these lights hitting me, feel free to email me if you have any questions at all, and check out all of my social media if you want to, and feel free to subscribe, because at least from now we'll only be going up instead of down. So that being said, have a wonderful day, and this is pretty much my rant for like probably the month. Other than that, if I see another video that's disliked way more than it really should for just a simple makeup video, I'm not going to do them anymore till I get proper lighting, because that's what the main issue is. So that's all I got. Bye.